Test. As you all know, I have to do my radio check, make sure that everything sounds good. Test, chest, check. Let me just make sure. So I'm gonna do it with some throttle input so I can see if I can talk over the engine. Alright, perfect. So, first things first, I know you see the rain. That's a new addition that I added. Found out how to finally do rain. I actually, I was going to do it a long while ago, but I think I was having trouble with my previous PC. I don't think it had the ability to run the rain and all of the different software that I had, but nevertheless, we got it going on. Everything's set up to go. Let's see. I just want to make my steering wheel lower the yeah, sometimes you gotta lower your force feedback every time you start the sim, because it goes up to 100. Alright, here we go. So we at Spa, the legendary Spa. We have our wet weather tires on, and we have heavy rain. So I mean, under these conditions in F1, they rarely they really just give you a red flag and you know, stop the race for safety procedure, right? Because we've all seen it before. A lot can go wrong in the rain. So one thing right off the bat that I like about the rain, one thing I like about the rain is that if you see the droplets on my helmet, they actually cascade backwards as I step on the throttle. So that's one of my favorite things. I was hoping that was the case. Another thing is the puddles on the track. So I have control over the whether or not I want puddles on the track, and to what degree I want puddles on the track. So if I just want a few of them, I can put just a few of them, or if I want a lot of them like I have now, then I can have it like that as well. I was eager to do this because I knew that once I got the, I'm sorry, let me just close some of my programs just so I don't start lagging. If you hear one of my children, forgive me. But I'm just gonna see what we look like for now before I get far. Hey, Papa. Alright. So, I'm gonna head back to the pits and talk to you guys. One of the things I like, well, another thing I like with the rain is that the physics for this car in particular, the Race Sim Studios Formula Hybrid 2023, the physics are so good. And then when you put the car in the rain, it becomes a real challenge, and you start to have to strategize. Excuse me. You start strategizing your corner entry. You strategize your gearing, and also your throttle and brake pressures. See, you can gain a lot of speed, but when it's time to slow down, you don't have the grip to slow down as effectively as you would normally have it. If you pick up too much speed and gain too much momentum, when you turn the steering wheel, the car is just gonna go understeer and go out wide. So if you want to stay close, you see, you want to stay off of the puddles. Because hydroplaning here is a real thing. And that's what I love about Assetto Corsa. Look at that directional rain. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you have to literally stay out of the puddles. It's so cool. So the car can go fast, but again, you got to make those decisions as to whether or not you can take it there. Man, that felt like a 6-minute lap. Woo. You gotta be careful right there coming off of Eau Rouge. It's like if you take the regular line, then you're automatically gonna hit a puddle. I'm driving like a grandma, man. I can hardly step on the brakes. That wasn't me. I'd rather oversteer than to understeer. You have that direct drive wheel, you can kind of catch it. So you got to stay out of those puddles. Don't worry, we're going to catch up to our... And I'm very easily applying my foot pressure to the throttle. Very easy. Downforce doing all you can. You can be the best driver in the world, but in these conditions, so I want to see if I can beat my own time just by staying out of the puddles. I'm a second down. Second and a half, almost. Yeah, see. Yeah, come on. I was a second and a half down. Oh no, don't invalidate me. I was a second and a half down, and now I'm like I was a second and a half up, so. And that was just off of staying out of the puddles, so. There's much time to be made and lost in the puddles. I allowed that to happen. I just wanted to change a view. I want to be. Uh-oh. I wanted to be able to see my feed. Sorry. I want to get to the point where I don't spin tires. Believe it or not, that's possible even in these conditions. I know the tires that do it for you. I mean, these are really good weather tires. So staying out of the rain, out of the puddles, I mean, you get a really good amount of grip, even though it's heavy rain out here. You get a really good amount. You just got to put it down the path and be easy on the throttle. And then, you know, coming out of those slow corners, you can also gear up so that you don't have so much compression of the gear, so much power compressed into whoop. Yeah, sorry, there go me trying to explain something in drive, right? Let's take a look at that replay though. Watch this. There it is. So let's just check out. I'm gonna see what the AI can do in the rain. We'll see how it works. I'm trying not to at some point lose have like a latency issue at some point. I just gotta check and see if I got any lag. And I also have to turn on. See, that's why I pays during the stream to actually look at your feed, because I didn't turn on my sim hub, which didn't turn on the display for you guys. So, all right, so sim hub is on, and we should have good. Now you guys can see exactly what I see on my steering wheel. Oh no. Really quick, I'm so sorry guys. So in order to have access to your paddles, you have to enable the penalty, right? So I didn't have access to my clutch until the green light. So now I got access. We'll see how that goes. So when you don't have access, what happens is you have to, as soon as the light turns green, you have to give it you have to put yourself in gear. So it's kind of like backwards. I like to keep my clutch paddles in, get into gear, preferably since it's raining, a higher gear, like 2, and then, alright, see, now we have access. Little. Yeah, I cannot see behind the car. That is quite accurate. Oh my god. Sorry guys. I had a little hiccup. That one was actually my fault. But anyway, I didn't think that guy was gonna slow down on the corner. But there's a big puddle on that corner that really just irks your nerves. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try first gear. Alright, so first gear worked pretty good. We just had to stay off the throttle hard, stay off the throttle pretty good. There we go. Yeah, I can barely see these guys. I don't even know where they are. Alright, good. I didn't know where these guys were. He's like squeezing me into the grass. What kind of devil does that? This is a joke. This is a joke. We just gotta stay consistent, stay out of the puddles. But once a car gets in front of you, it's like impossible to see. like I have to break from behind him. Like I have to get from behind him. That is so sick. I hope he doesn't do any like brake checks anytime soon, because boy, oh boy. Oh man. So if you can see the amount of spray coming from that car in front of me, like if I'm anywhere within that funnel of spray, it's I can't see a thing. It literally blocks it literally blocks everything. My entire you guys gotta forgive me, man. I'm still captivated by just the rain effect. This is my first day with the rain effect on the Assetto Corsa, so driving this car with great physics, and then the realism of the water spraying off the car in front of me. I mean, I'm still taking it in. I'm having so much fun, and at the same time, I'm trying to drive to win. So. I ain't gonna be able to win doing that though. Got in first gear by accident. I'm supposed to be all the way out here. Alright, let's see if we can hook it up now. Oh man, puddle on the inside tires. I wouldn't mind if that guy spun out. This guy's moving now. I can still see the spray off his car. It's crazy. From so far away. Out the puddles, gee whiz. Come on, out the puddles. Don't want to go in the first. That's what messed us up there. About a lap ago. Good, we kept it. Dang, I went down in the first by accident. And we're in P2, believe it or not. Another thing too is the sound, man. The sound is remarkable. This guy's right there, man. I mean, I just need him to make an error or two. I see him, man. He's like so close. See, there's a puddle right at the end of that track out. Come on. This is the longest 7-lap race I've ever done. It really feels like every lap is 2 laps. Because the amount of focus you gotta have to not put it into the wall. Alright, we made time up on this guy. We're up to him, you know. I think we were about 3.5 seconds behind him just earlier the lap. Oh, that's one thing you can't really do is lock up, because if you lock up you turn into a boat. We gotta catch this guy. This is possible, and it's gonna be done. So we get back into that spray again. I forgot. I can't see a thing. I'm just gonna get out of the get off the line, get off the race line, and then that way I can find out where he's at. Because if I follow the line, the race line right behind him, I won't be able to see him, and it's just a matter of time before we contact. But like I said, we caught up to him with 2 laps to go, so we're just gonna stay a little bit off to his side, so we don't get that water spraying. We're not gonna follow him out there. We know where the puddles are, right? Now this is actually pretty cool, because now I have to think about where to pass this guy, or where to make an attempt to pass this guy. Because once I get close enough, I can't see. So what would you guys do? we caught up because we stayed out of the puddles for a while. We had some pretty decent driving. But my question to you guys is, how would you go about passing? I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. That is crazy. That was crazy. I thought I was gonna end up in the grass, but I saw the white line on the grass that kept me out of. I'm trying to get a decent exit out of here. Alright, let's see if we can get it done on this lap. Same rules apply, you know, just stay off to his side a little bit. Make sure that we can see that line. See where he's at relative to the line. Okay, I think I see him. There we go, and we did it. That was amazing. We're gonna protect that inside line because we don't know where he is. That was amazing. I cannot believe I got that done. Alright, so we have some pretty clear open. I was about to say some open air, but don't lock it, don't lock it. Whatever. I was gonna say we had some open air, but I realized it's like pouring down raining, so that doesn't really apply. And then doing a little bit of talking. I done gave the spot back. It happens. We got another lap to go, so let's see if we can make something happen again. It might be a little difficult, but I mean, we sort of have a plan. So last time he broke early on this corner right here. Okay, it doesn't look like he did it then. We are in the wake of the car, so fairly close. So alright, we'll stay off to his inside line because we know he's going outside. We got to stay out of that water spray. It's the only way. See if we can take him up on Rouge again. I'm not too sure because it's hard to see this guy. Glad we didn't just come together. Oh, he's up there. I'm looking at my own wheel. I thought my own tire was him. So we got to stay out of his spray, remember? This is our last lap, so I feel good about this. Did we touch? Alright, we can let you have that back, dude. I can't see where he's at. I can't see him. Alright. I can't even like turn the car around. This is ridiculous. Alright, anyway, that was cool enough for me. That was a nice battle, but I couldn't get the car straightened up again. I gave him his position back because we touched. I don't want to do that to him. Look at that. Very easily, just off the line, turn backwards. I couldn't get the car back around. Car's long. Tried to do like a parallel park thing and it didn't work out. But I'm happy. I'm happy with that battle. That was very, very much fun. Like that was Really fun. I just want to watch a little bit of that replay. Maybe not that replay. I should have just stayed in the race, but it's all good. Because the hit wasn't really that bad, but, you know, I have a heart. So when I sim race, I'm like, if I did something to gain a lead that was illegal, then I'm going to give it back. So that's what we did. Anyway, that's what I really wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys that we downloaded Assetto Corsa's the rain feature, and it was so much fun, so much fun. It's very difficult, very difficult. A couple of rules that we learned today was that in the heavy rain situation, you got to look for the puddles. You got to make sure you know where the puddles are, and it's funny because every puddle is like strategically placed on your track out. So right after the apex, when you start to veer out and you try to gain all of that extra time, that's exactly where the puddles are. So it's like you gotta come around the corner now, keep that in your mind, and then you gotta veer off all away from the puddles, right? So now you're going, you're going, you're going. Another thing we caught was momentum. Once that car picks up speed, the corner's fast approaching. Remember, it's so wet outside. You have no traction, so when you hit the brakes, you're gonna slide immediately. Like, I mean, not immediately, but with a little bit of pressure, you're gonna slide. So you really gotta be a wizard with the pedals. Same thing with the throttle pedal. You gotta be a wizard with it. You gotta be on it very gently. I would advise anyone to practice with heavy rain conditions, just so you can get like a smoothness on your throttle. Because we didn't figure it out until after. That's exactly when I started to make up time on the gentleman. Right, he was in front of us about 3.5 seconds, and we started to merge that gap, and we caught up to him, and that's when we were really able to have some battles with him. But we had to first figure out how to maneuver around that track. Excuse me. Um, Another thing was the water coming off of that car in front of us. That car, the car was spraying about 30 feet of water behind it. So we're we're within 30 feet of this car, or 3 car lengths, let's say, of 3.5 car lengths. The spray is all in our visor. We can't see a thing. And there was one point where I got confused because I thought coming up Eau Rouge that My tires was my opponent's tires. It was so much spray that I couldn't see. And I look through the spray and I see my opponent, about 2.5 car lengths up. I said, "Oh no, what am I doing?" So got back on it. So that was a pretty good battle. So what else? What else? What else? Well, in all of this, I just like to thank God. I like to have fun. This is fun. So, you know, get you a sim if you don't have one. If you thinking about getting one, get one. If you're still on the fence about getting one, I suggest you get one, and then if you don't like it, you can sell it. But I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest escapes that you're ever gonna have. Um, I just had so much fun. I'm sweating like like I worked out. I got my sweatshirt on, my branded sweatshirt. So I'm just having the time of my life doing this. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna post some of the footage from tonight. As you see, I changed my display from the. I had it ultra wide, right? Because I was trying something new. I was trying to stream ultra wide, and I don't know if it really worked because the feedback wasn't so good. Like on social media, when somebody looks at it, you can tell. If somebody's not really liking it. But we went down to the 1920 by 1080 display. I kind of redesigned everything to fit, and I hope you guys liked it. So anyway, look for us maybe tomorrow, the day after, and the day after, as we try and get this thing a little bit more consistent. All right, we got a really cool event coming up on the 27th. I'm gonna be streaming it as well, so you guys can look in and